Good morning, Tarkov. What's up, guys? Nolan here. We're going to be talking about quite a few things today. This is a very interesting day. Just to hit you guys, let me make sure that this music's actually turned down about the right amount here. Actually, quick question first, since everybody just joined. Did you guys get ads? Because I actually have monetization turned off for these live streams because I've been getting a bunch of donations, so I'm not really worried about that anyway. But I don't want you guys to see, like, ads as you join the stream. Do you guys get ads as you join the stream? Let me know. No ads. Didn't. Okay, good. Cool. All right, good. I've been getting a bunch of people like, oh nope, I didn't say okay Google. I didn't say that. Phone, stop. But anyway, yeah, I have monetization turned off so that you guys don't get ads when you actually join the live streams, because I've been getting a bunch of people asking questions. Because I've been getting so many questions, people have started to just like donate and ask the questions, which is obviously I'm going to answer that question, so I'm not going to deny that. Obviously, if you guys pay money, I'm going to answer that question. But there's just been a lot going on, and today is a very busy day. Today, guys, the event. Oh, let me actually switch this. What am I doing? Hold up. My bad. Let me get the intro going. Let's get on. Let's go ahead and hop on over here. We can hop on over here. Oh, I forgot to go through my, this might be a little bit sticky. We'll see. We'll see how this transition goes. This might be a little sticky. We'll see. Maybe I'll just do the slide animations today, or the transitions. Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right. Oh, you can do that. We can do that. Today's event, guys. Today's event is that the Obdolbos STIM is absolutely insane. I think I already have a picture here. Where did it go? Get over here. And if we do...
How do you handle the pressure?
Fucking juice time.
I completely forgot that was even a thing. Esteban, thank you very much for becoming a member on the channel. That was Nikita checking in. Thank you very much. Hopefully we don't get too many of those because it's a little distracting. I forgot that thing was on, but Esteban, thank you very much for the member. Let's go ahead and move over to this. Okay, that is what Obdolbos is looking like today, guys. So it basically, the way I've summed it up is that it turns you into Superman, but absolutely everybody is shooting kryptonite bullets. So you get all of those benefits. You get all of those benefits of just the extra strength and all that. Well, let's get the actual picture up on my screen so I can actually read the damn thing. You get massive benefits to stamina recovery, health regen, hydration recovery, weight limits, and then for your skills you get endurance, strength, stress resistance, vitality, health, metabolism, intellect, attention, and then all of that just for a measly plus 220% damage taken, except to your head. So everywhere but your head, no matter what kind of, even if you accidentally step into a little bit of a fire or something, you're going to take plus 220% damage to that limb or body part, wherever you're taking that damage. So like I said, it basically turns you into Superman, but everybody is shooting kryptonite bullets. That is today's event. And then additionally with that, very interesting that we are not getting anything more significant than a new STIM on the Thursday before the potential wipe. So as we've been coming up to wipe here since the very first one started on Monday, we've been thinking, well, at least I've been thinking, oh shit, but everyone else is probably thinking, hooray, for the wipe might be Sunday if we're getting these pre-wipe events starting now. And up until today, I was actually pretty confident that that's what was going to be happening. But now, again, this is Thursday, and we're going to, yes, if you guys are talking about the seconds and what that actually adds to, we'll get to that. What's interesting today is that this is the Thursday before what we would assume is the Sunday of the wipe, and we're not getting any messages from the UN. We're not getting messages from, like, the Russian government. We're not even getting anything significant pertaining to our supplies and our ammunition and our economy in-game yet, which is very strange if it was going to be that soon. So up until tomorrow, we're going to have this new STIM, and then what are they going to do? Is there going to be something from the UN or the Russian government for Friday, and then the thing for Saturday is the sale and everything, and then the wipe happens Sunday? That just seems ridiculously quick, and it seems, it actually is much quicker than they have done every single other pre-wipe event ever. Every single time they've done these pre-wipe events, it's been, if they do like the leading up to, if they start escalating the pre-wipe events, especially the last one, it leads up. It kind of escalates at a I don't know, at a reasonable rate up until like the government says, all right, we're locking this shit down, and then we get the big sale and the wipe happens. Where, again, this is the Thursday before potentially the Sunday wipe, and we get a new STIM. That's it. So very interesting. I'm going to be looking at that trailer today. Which, by the way, guys, if you haven't, if you're not in on the loop, we are getting the 12.12 patch trailer today. Let me go ahead and get that too. Let me get that link for you guys. You might hear my video in the background. Yeah, that was just the what. We'll get the link here. So I'm not going to be watching it live, but that's the link to the 12.12. I'm putting it in chat right now, guys. If you're watching the VoD, sorry about that. I'll probably put it in the description for the VoD, though. That's going to be the 12.12 premiere trailer today. So that's not even just Lighthouse. That's the entire patch. They said it was specifically the 12.12 patch trailer. So we're going to be seeing a lot of stuff there. And then today's video is not going to be on this event specifically because frankly, there's not a whole lot going on with that. I'm going to do today's video specifically on what we're going to get from this trailer that we're going to see at 3 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Later today, and then of course I'll talk about the STIM did change today, the STIM event, whatnot today, and we'll see what comes with that. So again, just generally speaking, it's very weird that if they are going to wipe on Sunday, that this is the event that we get today. It has nothing to do with the economy. It has nothing to do with the general region that we are in. It's not the Norvinsk region. It has nothing to do with the UN or the Russian government or anything. It's one STIM, just one STIM. Does some ridiculous stuff to you. That's it. And we're potentially 3 days away from a wipe. And that's what's very weird to me. And it's actually turned the tide a little bit in terms of, in my mind, of when I think the wipe is going to happen. It's now a very solid 50-50 in my mind on whether or not we wipe on Sunday. Literally, yes, just because of this event. Taking no other, just because that today, strictly we're going to talk about the seconds and what the seconds lead to here in a second of that specific time and whatnot. But just because today specifically is that they just changed one STIM, it makes me think that maybe we aren't going to have the wipe on Sunday. Maybe we aren't. And that's what's super difficult about this stuff. And BSG really loves to mess with us with stuff like this. And that's what makes it really difficult to actually time this stuff. So we will see. We will see what happens. We'll see what happens. But hey, I'm not going to go burning the clown stuff. I'm not going to go burning the clown stuff until it actually doesn't happen. For those that aren't in the loop on that, I bet that if the wipe does actually happen on 12/12, I would do a face reveal with a clown suit on because I just didn't think it was going to happen. I was confident that it wasn't going to happen. So now, if we take a closer look here, let me see if I can zoom in on this a little bit. If we take a closer look at the seconds here. Let me switch this over. All right, you guys should be able to see that now. If we take a closer look at the actual seconds that we're getting with this new STIM, it's 2,212 seconds. So that's about 36 minutes-ish in raid timer for these benefits, and for the negative benefit, or the negative, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, I'm blanking on the fucking word. I don't know, the problem of having to deal with the extra damage, the negative effect of having to take extra 220% damage. But 212 seconds, or sorry, if we add the plus 22, and I know some of them are 0.2, which doesn't really make too much sense to me, which I'll get to in a second. The plus 2.2 for the actual benefit of that that skill increase from the STIM, it's like, what is it? It's 221,222 seconds, something like that, which, if you put that together, that's 2.5 days, which in 2.5 days, that's going to be Sunday. And obviously, that's what a lot of people are saying. No, it is going to be the wipe. So, yes, that's totally a thing. I think it's really weird. I think it's really specific. But I think what's going on here is they are royally screwing with us. Because in my mind, at least, and you guys can say it's copium, you can say it's denial, you can say whatever you want. Of course, I don't want to wear the clown suit, so that's a thing. There's my bias for that. But I just don't see that as a significant enough thing. I just think it's significant enough for people to want to say stuff like that and make a troll out of it. I don't see it as significant enough to overturn the fact that this is 3 days away and the only thing that we're getting today in terms of an event is a STIM. Hopefully that's making sense. So in terms of like actually understanding this stuff and actually curious about whether or not the wipe is going to come on Sunday, I think it's a bigger deal that we don't have anything more significant than a STIM today, other than as opposed to that STIM that we did get having that as its use, that as its number. That's me personally. You guys are up. You can have your own opinions about that all you want, but that's just me personally. That's what I think is a little bit off about that. And I really want to see what's going on with the trailer today, to see what's going on with that. If we get any kind of dates or if we get any kind of hints or anything like that. Again, that trailer is going to be popping up today, and if you miss it, I'll have today's video be whatever we find in that video. Also, last thing I'll talk about before we get to questions, and you guys can, we'll have a bit of back and forth here, is I am going to be on the podcast today, with Jessica Zam, Veritas, and One Peg, and I think that's going to be going on at 6 p.m. Eastern. You'll see it all over my socials, and I'm sure all over their socials later today after the video that goes up for the trailer today, and I'll also be talking about it in the trailer today as well. I think both Veritas and Jesse stream it on their Twitch channel. I'm not going to be live. I'm going to be just chilling and talking to them and stuff. So if you guys want to check that out, I'm going to be on that. And then there's also some potential other stuff that I'll be doing throughout the weekend, but we just haven't confirmed it yet. So that's going to be happening today, the podcast, which should be 6 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. And then we have that trailer at 3 p.m., and we'll see what happens. All right, let's get to the discussion. What do you guys think? I'll get that. I'll take that the stem off the screen too. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's just copium that I don't want to wear the clown suit, or what? What are we thinking? Also, guys, at Nice Guy Tarkov in chat, it'll pop up in big bright orange for me, so I'm going to be able to see your question because the chat moves very quickly. And if I don't get to your question, I'll scroll through, and if you have a question that you absolutely need answered, I'll definitely answer it if you pay some money. I know that for sure. But we'll see how many questions we get today. We didn't get as many questions yesterday as we did from the day before, but I still was talking like the whole time. So one of the events last wipe was literally just fog, and also another one was just an Obdolbos change. How is this any different? It's sort of not. I'm not saying that it's... I think you're misunderstanding the whole point that I'm trying to say, is that whenever that event happened was actually, I know for certain, it wasn't 3 days before the wipe happened. It was probably a week or more. It was probably more like 7 days before, because leading up to the wipe, we had things from the UN saying they were going to shut the region down. We were having shipping problems that caused problems with the economy. We had the Russian military saying, get out of here, stuff like that. Like, we didn't have just some fog and some a stim, is my point. I think it's denial. All right, that's up to you. Cope Clownfly. All right, we'll see. They will reveal the date today. No, they likely will not. They likely will not reveal the date today, just because it's BSG. They don't do that stuff. But we are going to see some really cool stuff about patch 12.12, so we'll see what happens. In terms of discussing the wipe date, it's now very much in question whether it is Sunday or not. There's a lot of conflicting things that can lead to it either happening or not happening on Sunday, which it makes it way more confusing. If this is the only event happening today, I highly doubt the wipe is coming Sunday. This is the only event happening today. So that's my point. Is offline co-op confirmed, and if so, could it drop? I don't think offline co-op will drop. It is absolutely confirmed. It's coming. But I don't think it's going to drop, because I think that's a pretty significant thing that they would really want to put out there if they were going to drop it, but we'll see. They said they were going to have some surprises. I really don't think it's going to drop with 12.12 though. Will you do a reaction? I assume you mean reaction to the 12.12 trailer. Not necessarily a reaction. It's more of a breakdown, and that video is going to come up after the trailer actually drops. So about an hour-ish after the trailer actually drops. I don't think anyone knows or has an educated guess. BSG is literally crazy, and they don't even know when wipe is. That's over the top, obviously. And of course we have educated guesses, because I've had an educated guess that this is going to happen this month for like 6 or 7 months now. I've been saying this for months, and people were calling me stupid like they did the last 2 wipes, even though I got those right too. When is Tarkov 2 coming out? That's called Russia 2028, and you're going to have to wait quite a while for that one there. That's even more than a soon TM on that one. What's your argument for it not being a wipe out of curiosity? I have no argument for it not being a wipe because it's definitely going to be a wipe. It's 100% going to be a wipe. Isn't the 12.12, even though they haven't confirmed it, that's me saying it. I just want to make that clear. They haven't confirmed it's going to be a wipe, but it is. It definitely is. That's one of those, hey, trust me, bro. And if you don't want to trust me, go ahead. Just go ahead and keep playing. It's not that big a deal. Isn't the 12.12 a Thursday in Russia? Isn't the Sunday? No, 12.12 is a Sunday everywhere. There's no way it's a Thursday. It was 7 days before last time. Just looked. Maybe 6 depending on the time zones, but still, yeah, it wasn't 3 days. It wasn't. We literally have 2 more events between now and when the wipe would happen. That's huge to me. Do you think Underbarrel Grenade Launcher would be this patch? No, I don't, because I think it's coming with the Trader for Lighthouse, which is coming later. We're not going to be getting the Trader or the bosses on Lighthouse for this first iteration. We're going to be getting them in a couple months once the animations are finished for them. And then that is when I think we're going to get the Underbarrel Grenade Launcher, because I think that Trader is the guy that has them. You are hitting that copium hard. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. People have called me crazier. What was it? It was either the second to last or the last. I think it was the second to last wipe that even Nikita himself said, no, this patch isn't going to be a wipe. And I said, no, it's still going to be a wipe. It's definitely going to still be a wipe. Even Nikita himself, so many people talk shit about that. It's just like, how the hell are you going to say that? Guess what? It's still wiped. Because there's stuff that comes in the patch, and there's just reasonable. You don't want to waste your time with an audience like this and proper testing of your game. There's just times when you just need to reset and get proper data and get stuff for your testing to make sure the game is actually useful and stuff like that. And this is one of those times. They are just getting the patch ready. Makes no sense why they would too many resources into making events instead of flushing out big bugs left in the patch. This is not. These events that you're seeing they take a few minutes. This is just a couple lines of code, or even on a spreadsheet they change some stuff. This is all just numbers on a spreadsheet for everything that we're seeing. These are spawn locations which correlate to a number or a certain line of code. Not necessarily a line of code because this is a spreadsheet. But everything that you're seeing, Nikita can literally do on his phone in a matter of minutes. And then whenever they put anything on Twitter, sure, they have like a community guy or a community intern or whatever draw up or get some pictures together or something that they could put on social media. Otherwise, these events are not very significant. And if anything, it should be saying that they have extra time, because Nikita said that we weren't going to get a trailer for 12.12 because he didn't want to dedicate the people to setting up a trailer like that, and here we are getting a trailer. So they might be ahead of schedule. We'll see. Do you think we could watch the trailer with you in Discord like we did before? No, because there was a lot of people talking and stuff. I'd rather just watch it solo, and then we can kind of talk about it in Discord after. I mean, I'll be in the chat, but I'm not going to be like vocally in the chat. What if a rando event is dropped after the trailer? Could be. We've never had anything like that. It could happen. I doubt it. We'll see. I think wipe will happen around the 15th because there's usually around 10 days of events. There is, but we'll see. There's a lot of things that are changing with this one. Isn't STIM... did I lose my spot? No, I got you. Isn't STIM plus trailer, so it's not the only event? Trailer's not the event, though. I'm talking about in-game events. I'm talking about the in-game event. Another question, what about the rumors about Flea being shut down? Do you believe they would do this? I talked about that yesterday, Sconti. I talked about that yesterday. Given that today's event has nothing to do with the flea market, I think that was a troll, or they didn't like that people found it and they decided to scrap it, because I think it would have happened by now. In fact, I think it would have happened yesterday if that was going to be an event. When did the trailer drop? It drops at 3 p.m. Eastern today. 3 p.m. Eastern. I think, do I still have the link here? One sec. I think I do. Yeah, here's the trailer. This is going to be the trailer at 3 p.m. Eastern again today. I'm looking in chat here. I'm going to have a video breaking it down and seeing what we find in that trailer as well later today. I bet it's February 22nd. There's no fucking way it's in February. It's this month, dude. I think wipe should be around the 15th if it isn't the 12th. We'll see. Legit, no way we have 2 weeks to pre-wipe. Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch, but we'll see. Have you considered that second being Sunday? And it seems like what you're saying there is something that I discussed. Yes. So if you break it down, it's 2.5 days. So yeah, that could be part of it. But what I think is that that's not significant enough to overturn the fact that we're 2 days away from that, and the only thing we're getting today is a STIM changed. It's not something like the UN. It's not lore-wise. It's not the UN interfering with something. It's not the Russian government interfering with something. It's not some kind of shipping problem or something more globally a more global effect than one STIM does a bunch of crazy stuff. That is why I think that's more significant than what is actually on that STIM. But it could just be BSG fucking with us, so we'll see. Isn't 12.12 a national holiday for Russia? I have no idea. If someone can answer that, please let me know. No way 2 weeks to pre-wipe. I'm doubtful of that as well, but we'll see. I guess we'll see Sunday. I'm seeing a lot of question marks and not a lot of at Nice Guy Tarkov. Guys, if you're asking questions, at Nice Guy Tarkov in the chat, like what Kodo Mondo did and Nova Gaming did a while back there, because it'll pop up and it'll make it much easier for me to see the questions. Will you start doing screenshot slideshows on stream again? Eventually. There's just a lot going on right now. We'll see. You mean like your personal screenshots? If you do have some screenshots, go ahead and put them up in the yeah, why not? Go ahead and in the Discord there. Go ahead in our Discord. Go ahead and what do we got here? We got spoils of raids. Do we have just like a regular screenshot channel? I guess we can put it up in spoils of raids. If you got some cool ones, put it up in spoils of raids. Or maybe memes, whatever you want to do. We don't have a specific screenshot channel because there's a lot of stuff that we have going on with that. Oh, and there's Bacon coming in with Constitution Day. Constitution Day, Russia, is public holiday of Russia, celebrated on December 12th. It commemorates the adoption of the Russian Constitution in 1993 by the Supreme Soviet of, I don't know what that says. Constitution Day was a day off until 2005 when the government made it a working holiday. So that makes it seem like it's probably not. If they're going to be working, it's probably not. But we'll see. That's a shit ton of questions after I said that. That is a shit ton of questions. Yeah, if you got some screenshots, go ahead and toss them up in spoils or raids or something, and I'll see if I can grab some for tomorrow. Nothing says the events have to be significant. Nothing says it, but they just are. Narwolf, they always are. Look at the last couple wipes. It's UN intervention or Russian government intervention, stuff like that. It doesn't, lore-wise, they want this to mean something. Nikita said that numerous times. So, yeah. What if the wipe lore is just Sanitar drugging everyone to shit this time? Yeah, and we wake up, it's a month later or something like that. The calendar they use for their Christmas is 13 days behind ours. 12/12 is that calendar would fall on the 25th in the modern calendar. I don't know what you're talking about. But if it's anything more than this month, it's probably not like gonna happen that way. It's gonna happen this month. What do you think is a game changer in 12/12?
Thanks for all your work, G.
Great, thank you very much for the 10. Appreciate it, and thank you for the kind words. What do you think is a game changer in 12/12? Inertia or the recoil change at under 50 meters? Inertia over the recoil change for sure. I don't think that even the ballistics changes are going to be a little bit awkward. And generally speaking, the guns will still act similarly. It's going to come down to the armor pen, which we'll have to see what the effect of the armor pen at distances are for the new ballistics. But inertia for sure. We're going to be seeing a lot of people that counted on the AD spam and the desync to get them kills. They're going to rage on Twitter and on Reddit and all that stuff. If you guys are one of the people that really liked the movement the way it was, but you are open to adapting to the new movement, what you should be looking to do in terms of your feedback to BSG is not have them remove it, because there's no fornicating way they're going to remove it. What you should be looking to do is try to get them to help out. So we've been talking about this the last couple days. Try and get them to help you adapt easier. So maybe they can turn it down a little bit, or whatever that would be, turn it down or up, or actually no, it'd be turn it down, wouldn't it? Because it's the effect on your movement. So maybe turn it down a little bit, because a perfect example of that would be a lot of people that were in that same kind of mindset were complaining about malfunctions and misfires, where this patch we're getting that safe zone for the malfunctions and misfires. So if you have a brand new weapon in the top 5%, potentially 10% of the durability of that weapon, you will not get a malfunction. That is BSG, and that's completely unrealistic. You can get a malfunction on the very first bullet that you send out of that thing. But that's BSG working a bit with the community for that stuff. So they can do the exact same thing with inertia. Just remember that you need to keep that in mind with your feedback. They're not going to remove it. Try and get them to help you adapt. 12.12 is Constitution Day. Yep, we saw that. What malfunctions will there be? There's overheating, and there's also going to be stovepipes and proper actual malfunctions with failure to eject and things like that. We've seen a few animations with that, but I think the overheating is going to be pretty significant, and we'll see what happens with durability as the weapon gets hotter and hotter. Will we ever get to play Tetris during a raid? I'm not sure. Maybe Blatman in the hideout. What are you most excited for this wipe? Honestly, it's just content. It's just that we're going to be able to fight people in new places with new things, wearing new stuff. It's just going to be cool. New content. Pog. 12.12 is a holiday for Russia. It's Constitution Day. Yeah, it is. You're opping for EM. Hey, what are we talking about here? If you're talking about like the single player Tarkov and stuff, guys, you can't get banned for that. So don't screw around with that. I lost my place. Where am I? Where did that go? Our boss is back to normal. They should be. They should be. Geez, guys, where the hell was my place? What's going on here? There we go. You're opping on EMU Tarkov. I don't know what that is, but if that's EMU Tarkov, is Tarkov emulator and stuff like that, guys, if you're doing that, you're going to get banned. So, well, not going to, but if they catch you doing that with your account and whatnot, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Don't mess around with that stuff. Are you excited for VoIP or are you worried? No, I'm excited for it. I know that BSG, I know that Nikita specifically was terrified of VoIP, so they did a good job of making sure it works correctly into their standards. Will Fleet be available at 15 next wipe? Should be. Our boss is back to normal again. I think they are. I think they are. Have you ever acquired Cap? Of course, but I haven't gotten it the last couple because I don't see the point of it. It's an extra 3 slots, and sure, it's nice, but having to go that level and having to play that much when I've already got over 5,000 hours in the game, it's just where I'm not a gameplay guy. I don't feel the need to. After full launch, or maybe if we get a significant update, like if we like with streets and stuff, maybe I'll be playing enough to move to that level and get that again, and then I'll just get it just because I'll be playing anyway. But otherwise, no. I think I'm like level 35 or something like that. I might even be lower on my main account for this wipe because why play more? I already get it. I already have over 5,000 hours. I don't need to play more. I already know we actually did this thing the other day where people showed me random screenshots they took of a random map, and I was able to figure out all the maps. I literally know all the maps like the back of my hand. It's Constitution Day in Russia. Yeah, we got it, guys, with the holiday stuff. Did you already talk about Obdolbos during? Yes, we did. Again, with the Obdolbos having the equal like 2.5 days or whatever. I don't think that I think that's might be a troll or it might be an oversight. Because I don't think that this event alone is significant enough to overturn something like the UN chiming in or the Russian regulars or anything like that. I am significantly behind on my questions, so I'm going to again scroll forward. If I haven't answered your question, go ahead and answer it again. We get a ton of questions with these. I'm trying my best to get to this stuff. But if you just feel like you really need that question answered, then drop a few bucks and I'll make sure that I absolutely obviously answer that. Are there any cosmetic clothing? Yes, there's going to be cosmetics coming. Not just pants and shirts, but hats and wristwatches and such. The wristwatches come with the shirts. If you notice, like also the gloves. So you pick your top and you pick your bottom when it comes to cosmetic clothing in game. So that includes like your gloves and your wristwatches. Hats, I'm sure we're going to get a few hats here and there. I'm not sure on the specifics though. Yeah, Blaine, I get that with the 2.5 days there. But like I was just saying, I don't think that event, I think it's either a troll or an oversight or something from BSG. Either that, if they do end up still wiping on Sunday, it's a very good troll with that one. But in terms of lore and in terms of the events that are happening, I don't see that as significant in terms of why wouldn't the UN be we're 2 days away. Why wouldn't the UN be stepping in? Why wouldn't the Russian regulars be stepping in? Why isn't the economy hit yet? Nothing has happened with the economy yet. So that's confusing to me. We'll see. All bosses stopping spawning on interchange. Yeah, that event is over. If anyone can tell me otherwise, I haven't caught a stream today, but that event should be over. Bosses should be back to normal. If you guys know otherwise, please let me know. What do you think? What do you think, PF? What do you think of the event today? We've been talking about it. Scroll back a little bit. we've been talking about it constantly. You can't get banned for it. You absolutely can, Masisso. You absolutely can. It's literally against the what is it? Not the TOS. It's it's something LOA or something. Not leave of absence. What is it? There's like a term of service or whatever. I actually asked Nikita himself, and he sent me this copy pasta about it and about the rules that it breaks, and that they ban people constantly for it. So yes, you will get banned if they catch your account on something like that. You will. Fact. Do you think VoIP will bring players of the same faction to work together? Yes, for sure. Kill on sight though, that's still going to happen, at least up until PMC Karma happens. What would you like to see for the future of Tarkov? That's a question I get a lot. Generally speaking, I wouldn't be such a nerd for this game if I didn't already see everything that I'm basically wanting. In terms of just in general, anything is I would like to be able to step up onto things without having to jump. And I'm talking about like just the little steps, things that just if you literally were in real life, just pick your knee up just a little bit more, you'd easily get up onto that ledge, or you'd get up onto that box or step over that or something like that. Without having to jump, like for instance the jump spot in the back of interchange cargo there when you want to try and sneak up behind someone or something like that, where it's just a little bit of a ledge, and I know there's a lot of jumping in there, but the top one is just a little bit of a ledge, but you have to jump over it because it won't let you over it, stuff like that. And I know vaulting's coming, so maybe we'll get something like that with vaulting, but that's just a little thing that I'm looking for. Do you think we'll ever get proper hazardous zones in Tarkov? Yes, and hazardous environments are coming. For sure. Hazardous environments, and then also events and effects on the environments, including like chemical and biological and stuff like that. That is coming. What do you think? And in fact, I'm pretty sure the lore-wise, Terror Group their whole thing is a chem weapon or something, or a bioweapon. What do you think of the event today? Already talked about it a lot. Sorry for skipping that, but it's constant. I've already talked about it a lot. So skip back a little bit or wait for the VoD or something. Bro, one trailer. It's 3 p.m. today. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, Kim. Have they ever talked about a player-made PMC group like guilds and shit? Yeah, clan DLC is coming. Clan DLC is coming. There's gonna be like a clan hideouts and all that cool stuff, and clan stashes and working as a group, stuff like that. That is planned. Is it true that Nikita doesn't want people to know? Do you ever drop like soft events or that aren't posted about? Not necessarily. Hold on one sec. We're getting trolls today, so I'm going to start bopping people because I don't see Jack. Jack or Emperor, if you're in chat, let me know. If Jack or Emperor are here, guys, you're going to need to start behaving, or I'm going to start bopping people left and right if I'm not getting any help from mods today. I'm going to have no mercy. I'm just going to fucking ban everyone. I'm just going to ban everyone that pisses me off. What do you think of the event today? Already talked about it a lot. All bosses stop someone on interchange. Again, already talked about it. Shouldn't be happening. Bosses are still shopping together. All the bosses are still there. All bosses are interchange. Bosses are not over. Okay, I didn't know. All right, so all the bosses are staying there. I just died to Scab Boss Guard on interchange. Okay, cool. I didn't catch any streams or anything. I just noticed that was the event today. All right, so all bosses are still on interchange. On the subject of cosmetics, do you think we'll ever be able to pick individual top gloves, pants, boots? I don't really think so. Maybe towards around launch. Maybe not. We'll see. I need some water. Perhaps they're breaking the mold with this wipe. Maybe they don't like the fact that pre-op events made the wipe date predictable. I think they value the lore of wipes making sense more, to be honest. So when's the face reveal? If the wipe doesn't happen on Sunday, then it's not happening. I won't be doing it. Boop. Bosses still interchange. Yep, got it, guys. Thanks. When do you think we get the double barrel shotty? It's been revealed years ago. That's this patch. That's literally this patch. Everyone asking how Tarkov doing. No one asking how Nice Guy doing. I'm fine. Will the AI blink? I have no idea. Which trader would trade with you after you kill his guards? They're not his guards. I think they're like, I think he's like a hostage or something. There's some kind of lore behind it. Also, I think if you hold a gun to his head, it might be pretty convincing. We'll see. Would you like Russian patrols on maps like Shoreline or Woods? I don't know about like it'd be cool for sure. but it's also like planned. That's supposed to be happening with like GRU and UN and stuff like that. What's your favorite upcoming gun, and why is it the double barrel shotgun? 100% it's the Scar. It's absolutely the Scar. It's amazing. I can't wait. Actually, I think I still have the pick here.
Use like microwave.
New STEM for today's event is the big thing.
Yeah, we've been talking about that, Zach. I don't know what you mean otherwise. All right, check out this.
Use like microwave.
Crazy Gamer with just a 5. Crazy, if you wanted to add a question to that, jump in chat and I'll see if I can find it. Otherwise, thanks for the 5. Zach, thank you very much for the 5 as well. Like, look at those things. The Scars they look badass. I know they're gonna perform well, but even if they didn't perform that well, I'd still run that thing every day. I love the look of it. Do you think the overheating mechanic will make semi-auto play more viable? Absolutely, absolutely, 100%. You can still get your bursts in there, and whatnot, but yeah, 100% semi-auto. Wasn't the shipping event specifically a reason for Christmas not coming back? I think you're right about that. At least one of them with the shipping thing, but there was also the lockdown, and they like did something with the flea that day. What I mean in general is the UN and the Russian government specifically stepping in and having an event have a more global effect other than a STIM. Totally right about that shipping one though too. Good catch on that one. But there's still, like I said, there's still like the government stepping in and stuff like that. 2 days away from a wipe, I wouldn't expect us to be getting something changing with one STIM. Glad I could make the stream again today. Hype for Shoreline trailer today. For Lighthouse trailer today. Lighthouse. I do that sometimes myself. Do you think will come out after Streets? Map do you think will come out after Streets? I don't know. You mean what map do you think will come out after Streets? Terminal, because Terminal's the only one left after that. But yeah, that's it. Is there anything about shotgun pellet spread in this update? Not that I've seen. Hope dailies will come. Actually, you know what? No. Something with ballistics is going to affect slugs, so it's probably going to affect the pellets. It's probably going to affect Buck as well. We'll see. Hope dailies will come. Also, hope you're doing good. Hope dailies will come. Hope dailies are in, bud. Dailies are in. Masisto, something tells me that you haven't actually looked into the game for quite a while, because I recognize your name for a couple things that have already happened. Check out a couple update videos, bud. Those are already in, and weeklies as well. Where can I contact BSG with my opinion of the wipe changes? You can send in bug reports. You can jump on Reddit, especially if you're negative. Reddit's going to eat that shit up, so you can go on Reddit if you want. And generally just social media, and if people agree with you, then you'll get up to the top and you'll see. Do you think the overheating mechanic will make semi-auto play more viable? Yep. Do you think overheating will significant enough to prevent 60-round mag dumping around corners as a meta? I think that suppression is definitely going to have its place with Inertia, for sure. Suppression is going to have its place. We're just going to have to be really careful with how many of those 60-round mags we're dumping specifically, because I don't think that... Obviously, you're going to overheat after a 60-round drum, but I don't think we're going to get anything like completely like weapon breaking or significant malfunctions with just one, maybe two. We'll see. We'll see exactly how they tune that. Last wipe, the trader unlock happened on the 28th, with wipe being on the 30th. So I think it's not too late for them to unlock traders tomorrow and wipe on Sunday. So we go from a new stim one day to completely here's the wipe event, everything's on sale. Like, lore-wise, that doesn't make any sense to me. Lore-wise, it doesn't make any sense unless they change the story that everything's on sale, that the UN are stepping in and then they're locking down. Sure, that can happen, which is why I'm saying it's definitely not happening. Which is why I'm not saying it's not happening on Sunday. It's still possible, but I don't see that happening. They like messing with the lore, and they like the lore making sense, and that doesn't really make any sense. But we'll see. Maybe they'll mess around with the lore a little bit and make it make sense. We'll see. How many wipes do you predict until official launch? I don't know, because we don't have an official launch date. So the only thing that I can say in terms of what I predict for wipes is, at the bare minimum, we'll have a winter, we'll have a summer, and we'll have a winter. Because what I could see happening is we get streets next summer, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Microwave.
No boss on Lighthouse on release. It'll be added later. I was late this morning, so mentioned STEM late lol.
I've been saying that. I don't know what you're watching there. I've been saying that, but thanks for the 5. How much do you think DLC will cost, and what edition will it be with? I have no idea. We don't know. The only thing that's changed with DLC is that Arena, if you have the Edge of Darkness edition, you will be getting Arena mode for free. You are, quote unquote free. But if you have the Edge of Darkness edition, you will be getting Arena mode as well as all the other DLC stuff. Good morning. What's up, Alter? 3.5 hours for point 12. 3.5 hours for point 12. You mean the trailer, Paris? You mean the trailer? Also, no, it's not 3.5 hours. What are you talking about, Paris? I don't know what you're talking about there. The trailer is, what would that be? That's 5 hours. Trailer's 5 hours from now. Can we watch the trailer live with you and then discuss? No, we're not going to do that because we had a shit ton of people to show up and there was a lot of people talking and stuff like that last time. I'm going to sit alone, watch the trailer. I'm going to diagnose what I find in it, and then I'm going to make a video and get that video up on the channel, and then I have to try and get that up before 6 p.m. because at 6 p.m. I'm going to be on the podcast with Jesse Kazam, Veritas, and One Peg, so I have to try and get that video up and somehow eat food between then. What about Suburbs? Suburbs and Town are both DLC now. Suburbs and Town, I have a video talking about that from a few months ago. They have moved Suburbs and Town into DLC maps. They are not going to be in before release. And that's because of the overextension, the significant overextension that they've done with Streets of Tarkov. So they decided to just add more to Streets of Tarkov and put their environment, artwork, and work in general into that map instead of having 2 other maps on top of it. But Suburbs and Town are both still coming. They're just going to be DLC. A UN wipe event where all scavs have M4 or FAL. They could just do the Killa. They could just turn every scav into Killa. And like there's events and stuff like that too that could happen. Like there's a lot more crazy stuff that could happen. I don't know.
Is it possible the law reason for wiping on Sunday will be in the trailer?
It's totally possible they could do that, but I very much doubt it. Very, very much doubt that they would allude to really any kind of date or specifics other than maybe like a coming soon or like a soon TM in the trailer itself. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot more creative events that could be happening. That's why I'm saying the stuff I'm saying about the STIM being today and not making sense 2 days away from a wipe. That's it. It could still happen. Could totally still happen. That's just, I've been talking about it forever. So we're talking about it for the last hour here. So we'll see. Suburbs after Terminal then? Yeah, Suburbs and Town are after release, actually. Do you think Lighthouse will be like a Shoreline 2.0 with the big house being like a resort? Yes, actually. There's definitely going to be a bunch of buildings around. So the thing that I've been kind of saying about Lighthouse is I think it's going to be more of like a Shoreline. If Shoreline and Customs had a baby, it's going to be like the width of Customs because it's going to be a very narrow but long map. It's going to be like the width of Customs and the what would it be? It'd be like what's the word I'm looking for here? Bunched up, the buildings and whatnot and the environment will be bunched up like it kind of is with Customs, but it'll feel like Shoreline, I believe. So we'll see. How much do you think DLC will cost and what edition is included? I don't know. I do not know. There's a bunch of different DLCs that are ranging in what they're going to feature and what they're going to be. So I don't know. There's going to be like the clan DLC. They're planning weather. They're planning maps. They're planning the Scav Life DLC. There's a lot of stuff that can come with that. Is Suburbs DLC? Yeah, guys, I have a video from like months ago talking about this. They moved Suburbs and Town into DLC. I gotta turn that down a little bit. Yeah, that was a solid couple months ago. They did that. What upcoming faction are you looking forward to the most? I think that PMC hunting boss picks got me excited. Yeah, the GRU are supposed to be hunting people, so that's definitely what I'm most looking forward to. And if the Black Division is real, if the Black Division is being added to the game, that would be fucking nuts too. I've been absent for months, had to move house, quit my job. Yeah, you're pretty behind on a lot of stuff there, dude.
Differences in town and suburbs, pretty much same thing, no?
Okay, again, guys, because we're getting a couple donos here. I'm going to skip ahead if I haven't answered your question yet. Go ahead and re-ask it, and I'll see if I can get to it. I can't see big differences in town and suburbs. Pretty much the same thing, no? All right, so suburbs is supposed to be like sort of what we get with the little town and villas like we get with Shoreline, but just more and stretches out more. I believe, and then town is supposed to be like a little mini streets. It's supposed to be like, they're supposed to be like bigger, more multi-story buildings and stuff like that. But we really haven't seen a whole lot with that.
Microwave.
No text-to-speech with that? Or speech? I don't know what the text-speech, yeah. Because of you Americans, we in Russia have trailer 11 p.m. instead of our evening midday. Yeah, sorry about that. Listen, I'm not going to lie. I don't know how to say your name. I'm just going to call you Max because I think the first beginning there looks like Max to me. So I'm just going to call you Max. Thanks for the 100 rubles. I think that's $1. Probably why I didn't do the text-to-speech. But anyway, appreciate you very much. And sorry about the 11 p.m. there. Sorry about that. But yeah, that was the differences between suburbs and town, I believe. So we'll see. Thanks for the info. Love your content. Appreciate it, dog. Are LMGs like the RPK going to be more resistant to overheating than, for example, an M4? Yes, that is the plan. Also, they're, I think, planning to have quick change barrels if that is a thing. If there is a belt fed or if there is a LMG that is supposed to have quick change barrels, that's supposed to be a thing. Where if you have an extra barrel, you can swap it out and you're good to go. Is temperature still planned? Will you need heavy clothing in certain maps? That is still planned. We'll see what ends up happening with it though, because that's long out. That's not even soon TM. That's just down. That's down the line. Will flea market be level 15? I think so. I think they're keeping it at 15. Because I brought it up when I was last talking to Nikita, and he took a note about it because we were talking about how the flea is going to be at 15, and then also level 15 is when you get access to the weekly quests. So I believe it is going to be, unless they end up making a change because of that conversation that we had. While we're at it, do you think we'll ever get tunnels, bunkers inside the mountain in the middle of woods? I do actually, because there's a lot of those doors up there, isn't there? I do think there's going to be something involved with that in order to get to not only your hideout, but there may even potentially be something for like a labs, something going on with that, because labs is supposed to be under factory. There's supposed to be a factory entrance to labs, and woods isn't that far away, so it wouldn't. And the only things we have planned in terms of entrances to labs are customs, streets and factory. The only thing that we have planned right now is streets and factory, but could totally happen. Could totally happen with woods. You think game progression, Creators Quest hideout will change significantly with 12.12 over or ever for final release? Absolutely. Progression, everything right now is a I had a perfect word for this, and I've forgotten it over the past couple days because I've wanted to use it like 6 times and I keep forgetting it. It's sort of like an experimental kind of thing. Every time they add a new feature or a new weapon or a piece of equipment or something like that, they want people to be able to access that so that they can properly test it. So when it comes to the balancing of it, sure, that's going to change because it just needs to be balanced, but also that's going to affect your economy as well. So traders, things like that. So when they add these new thermal items or when they add these new weapons and stuff, they still need it to be accessible and have it make sense. So they just tune it differently to make that make sense for the current version of the game rather than release. We will see significant changes between now and full release. I've made a few videos talking about that, about like the future of Tarkov and Tarkov at release and Tarkov 1.0 and stuff like that. I think that Max is Michael. All right, if it is Michael, then thank you very much. Also, Miguel there. Thank you for the 10, whatever. I don't know what that currency is. I wish they would just turn it as, ignorant as this is. I wish they would turn it to US so I knew exactly what I was working with here. There was somebody that donated like 200 something. I think it was like Czechoslovakia, whatever the currency is in Czech. And it's like, turns out to be like 50 cents. And I made a big deal out of it. I was like, please, whatever that ends up being. I knew it wouldn't be 200. But I was like, just in case if it is, don't do that, guys. Like, don't be doing that. It's weird. It's just America things. Cool map idea. Two skyscrapers in the entire map. Is the entire map? That's actually a plan that they've had going back quite a while. I think they're calling it, what was it? I forget what they called it. There was going to be a plan to have just like the higher levels of those skyscrapers be a thing. They had a word for it and I'm blanking on it, but those skyscrapers on streets. So we'll see. Maybe that's one of their surprises. They keep talking about surprises nowadays. Is there going to be new helmet in this? Is there going to be new helmet equipment in this patch? Armor, health, kit, rigs, helmet. What? Is there going to be new equipment in this patch? Yes, there's going to be new equipment in this patch. Armor, health, kit, rigs, helmets. Yes, to pretty much all of that. I don't know about too many health items, but we'll see. Is Tarkov real life? That's such a deep question. I don't think I can answer that. So what if they just invade and crash the economy without any heads up? Again, that's what I was talking about. Like, that's potential. That there's potential for that to happen. I just don't think it is. I don't think that's what they're going to do. I really don't, given what they've done and given how they see the lore and how they want the lore to be perceived by the player base and stuff like that. I just don't think that's going to happen. Being that you think they will lower the fleet 15, do you think they will adjust the cap? Well, isn't it already at 15? Didn't they already lower it back to 15? I'm pretty sure they already lowered it to 15. Wasn't the shipping event just a reason for the Christmas? Yes, someone already mentioned that. Yes, there was, but that was just that shipping container one. There were other economical events that happened that time. So where you see like the picture of the shipping container thing, yes, but there was also, that was the Christmas thing, but there was also like economy stuff that went around with that. I'm mainly talking about like the government intervention and stuff like that. Do they have any plans on reducing the grind after level 40? Progression is so hard since the last big changes. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's popping up. There's going to be like new enemies that give more XP because they're more difficult to kill and stuff like that that's going to be popping up. I don't necessarily think they're going to be... actually, that's an interesting question because it's actually a guaranteed yes and no for that because there's going to be the separate server infrastructure. So after launch, you're going to be able to choose whether you want to have have your PMCs because you'll have access to both a USEC and a Bear account on one account that can be on servers that will wipe eventually. They're going to be calling them, I don't know. I don't think Nikita likes the word seasons, but either way, it will be eventually wiping every once in a while, and this is after launch. Or you can have two new accounts, or not new, but different accounts on a server setup that will never wipe. So it's constant persistence and progression. So obviously those are going to be different. The progression that you have on one is going to be very different than the other. So technically yes and no to both of those. Depends on what you want to play. Fence quest to unlock fleet plan. I haven't heard anything about that. We'll see. At least I don't remember hearing anything about that. In the books, there is a massive tunnel network under Tarkov. Do you think this is going to be added to the maps, or is it only going to be used as a justification for extractions? I do think it's going to be added to the maps. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. I do remember them confirming something about the sewer system because I specifically remember making a thumbnail with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle on it with Nikita's face or my face or something on it. So they did say that there's going to be sewer systems and tunnels are going to be a thing for sure. Wasn't the shipping event just a reason? Yes, we've covered that. Yes. What's the ladder animations? Are ladders going to be added? Yeah, ladders. You're going to be able to climb ladders. That's with advanced movement that's coming down the line. Anyone know what video we talked about for Town and Suburbs DLC? It should like literally be the title, 2 maps move to DLC or something along those lines. I think that was actually like the big clickbait for that video. It's like two maps moved to DLC. I think that was the title. Wasn't the shipping event just? Oh my God! Have you asked that like 11 times, dude? If you ask that again, I'm bopping you, dude. I've answered that. Should be around 9 USD. Oh, okay. Thank you for all the hard work you put in your videos. Appreciate the kind words there, Happy Doctor. According to the new Obdolbos duration stat number, yep, we already got that. Guys. So the thing I'll say one more time because we haven't. I don't know how many. It's because that hour went, but that hour fucking flies by because I'm constantly talking during the whole thing. But so I'm not gonna have a voice for the podcast tonight. So we'll go through everything real quick again. The thing with the Obdolbos is, compared to a wipe on Sunday or a no wipe on Sunday in terms of events of the lore, is even though there's those numbers specifically on that STIM, I'm leaning towards it being an elaborate kind of troll from BSG. And sure, it could be a hint, but if it is a hint, why is it just a STIM and why isn't there more going on? That's what I'm asking myself. Why is that just that one STIM that they've changed today? And yes, it does some pretty insane stuff. But if we are 2 days away from everything being white, everything's going to go to shit. Lore-wise, they actually do care a lot about the lore in terms of why the wipe is happening, and they do stuff with like the region-wide or like worldwide effects of like the UN stepping in, the Russian government stepping in. So you're telling me in the next 2 days we're going to go from one STIM is a little bit wonky to completely everything like, all right, tomorrow the government's going to step in. And then the UN are going to send in peacekeepers and all that stuff. Like, that's supposed to be the lore that leads up to a wipe. And I just find it hard to believe that... Actually, you know what? Hard to believe. I just find it odd. Hard to believe is probably the wrong phrase to use there. I find it odd that that would be in the next 2 days if we're just getting a STIM today. That's my reasoning for it. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just finding it's odd, and it's definitely made me think a little bit harder in terms of my confidence of whether or not the wipe is going to happen on Sunday. That's it. Do you think VoIP will be super in-depth? I got to start speeding these questions up because we're running out of time, guys. Do you think VoIP will be super in-depth? It'll be pretty in-depth, yes. I really hope I didn't miss any. Okay, Lostby, thank you very much for the kind words there. Appreciate you. I think I got all the other ones. Okay, we're good. All right, so lightning round with a bunch of these questions here because there's still a lot. Will USEX and Bears still have unique skills? And yes, they will. Those unique skills are coming. And I did think VoIP was going to be in-depth. Thank you for playing along. I know I'm paying the yes. Thanks, Dr. Offensive. I don't actually know what you're talking about, but thank you. Missed a super chat. Lopi, I got you. Lostby, I just got you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, man. Lostby. What I meant is the wipe started with it locked until you hit level 20, and since you think this wipe... What I meant is the wipe started with it locked until you hit level 20, and since you think this wipe, it will start at level 15 like it is now, will Kappa be adjusted lower? No, I think that they purposely made... I think they purposely changed it from 20 to 15 as a permanent change, and I think they already changed Kappa this wipe too, and I think that's staying. I think both of those that you're talking about are staying where they are at right now, I think. When are your guides going to be released, and is it just 308 or 556 scar? Yes, just 308 and 556 scar for this patch. And my guides, I'm going to do a purely just the extracts for Lighthouse as soon as I possibly can within like the first few hours. And then in the first week...
Like microwave.
Hoppin, thank you very much for the 2. I think it's just... Oh, it's just a little gift thing. I see that. All right. Or a sticker. Appreciate the 2. Thank you. In the first week, I plan to have my learn the map in 5 minutes guide for Lighthouse, and we'll do something special with that because I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of people out there that want to learn the map for themselves and stuff like that. So I'll have to figure out how to properly word that so people understand that you are literally going to understand everything about this map if you watch this video, stuff like that. Because there's plenty of people out there that do want to know that stuff. But the extraction points are going to be one video, and then there's going to be, obviously I'll add the extracts in the 5-minute video as well, but it's just, sometimes people just want to know the extracts and then they want to know the map. So they're going to be two different things. When do you think advanced movement is coming? It's soon TM. That's one of those soon TM things. They're like looking into it and they're like planning it, and it's like, it's one of those things that we'll probably have it in the next few months. One of those things. I think. We'll see. You got any info if there's going to be more cloth in the game? I don't think so. You mean like the Riptide and stuff like that? I don't know. Let's scroll back. I haven't asked again. I have tons of questions that I have to try, and I'm trying to get as many people as possible. Do you think temperature is still planned? Yeah, we already got that. Temperature is still planned 100%, and there's still going to be dangerous environments with like bio and chem stuff. Have they ever mentioned a player and radiation? Have they ever mentioned a player?
Like microwave.
I feel bad because I'm gonna butcher the beginning of your name here. Is it Yao? Is it Yao Miguel? Thank you very much for the 5 as well, and the sticker there with the GG. Appreciate you. Where am I? Have they ever mentioned a player-made PMC group like a guild or like a yes, clan? There is going to be a clan DLC. You'll have like a shared hideout and a shared stash and stuff like that too. And you'll have like your own patches and stuff. There's gonna be stuff like that. Will the unconscious state enter this patch? No unconscious state this patch. When do you think advanced movement is coming? Next few months. That's the soon TM thing. Do you know if there will be anything that will help with the performance side of things? Of course, that's obviously they're constantly working on that stuff. And there's a bunch of stuff coming with this patch because of Unity 19. Unity 19 came with a lot of tools and stuff that's going to be able to help that stuff as we're going forward. Specifically with networking is the last thing Nikita talked about. There's going to be networking improvements and stuff come with this. We'll see how many new players we get with this because this is a very significant wipe and it's a very significant patch with a new map and new guns and things like Inertia and VoIP coming to the game. We're definitely gonna see just how quote unquote dead this game is for sure after this wipe. So we'll see exactly how those servers end up acting. Any news about the cheater issues? Obviously, they're working on that, Staggy. If I didn't recognize your name, I'd ream you a little bit here because we constantly talk about that. But again, man, obviously they don't want that in the game. They're working on it. What if the flea market shutting down was the planned event for today, but they had to make do with this because the flea market shutting down got leaked? It's possible, but it's also way easier, or would make more sense if they wanted something different to just do it. The thing with these events is it's a spreadsheet. Nikita can literally do this stuff from his phone. There isn't any significant code that's going into any of these events. These are just items are changing numbers on a spreadsheet because they either spawn at a specific location, more or less, or whatever. It's a boss is still a item that you can make spawn somewhere by just moving a couple numbers around on a spreadsheet. That's how the game is set up. And Nikita can literally do it from his phone. So I don't know why if they wanted more, they wouldn't just do more. Now them removing the flea market thing because it got leaked is still totally a possibility, or they could have just been fucking with people that were doing the data mining. Again, McCauley, you already talked about that. We're getting, although I can answer that one a little bit differently there. Any new anti-cheat news coming? There are 3 new modules coming to anti-cheat that should help out. Any of you guys that feel like really bagging on them for the anti-cheat stuff, look at literally every other game right now, and it's a pandemic. There's a lot of people cheating. No game is doing well with this right now. It just hurts more with this because everything is so important. Will the podcast be viewable by your channel? No, I'm not going to live stream or anything. I'm just going to talk and hang out. Veritas and Jesse are going to be live. I don't know if One Peg's going to be live. Is your face cam 4K for when you do the clown reveal? Well, we'll see if the clown reveal ends up happening. And no, it's not 4K because obviously I didn't think I would need a face cam. It's just for like, the only reason I have this face cam is for when I was doing my full-time job. We needed it just to like have a cam. And that was even pre-COVID. So it's just like the odd moments that if I had to work from home or something like that. So it's like although it is a pretty good one. It's like one of those Logitech C920s or whatever. It's it'll do fine. Will the wipe be on 12/22 because of the Obdolbos? No, we've already talked about that, Zavan, a ton of times, and we're over time right now. I like to keep these to an hour. I've already talked about that a whole bunch. You can rewind right now, and then the VoD should go unlisted, so you should be able to find it. I've talked about that like a bunch of times. Basically, I don't think it's significant compared to why they wouldn't just have a real event involving the economy and stuff like that today if we're 2 days away from a wipe. I don't think it's significant. I think it's a troll, but could still happen on Sunday. There's no confirmations for anything yet. You the man for keeping up all these questions and repetitive questions. Keep up the great info dumps. Forrest, thank you very much. Are you a Tarkov Sherpa? No, because I already am an unofficial Sherpa. I've literally brought over 100 people through the game. I was in it when Tarkov was just starting off. I was that kid in the friend group that was like, you guys should play Tarkov. You guys should play Tarkov. And no one ever listened to me. So I just kept playing Tarkov alone. And then one day Summit decided to play Tarkov. And then everybody wanted to know how to play Tarkov. That was years ago. So I taught everybody as far as I know, I'm pretty sure in one way or another, I've taught at least something to one of my friends, or every single one of my friends, or anybody that I know, because I've literally been the guy that brought one person through, and then that person taught what I taught him to like 3 other people, or I've taught one girl, and then that girl's brought over to 3 other people and stuff like that, and it's just spreads. Like I was that sickness. I was that Tarkov sickness that just spread to like hundreds of people. No shit, I'm not kidding. So I didn't need the Sherpa tag for anything. It's just a green name, and otherwise I'm teaching people every day, so I don't need to do that. Lying and cheating is the real pandemic. Yeah. Are you handsome and why? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see with the clown face, I guess. You gonna stream or get some YouTube videos up for gameplay and the new? Of course, obviously, yeah. When do you start? I started mid 2018. I was like late 2016. There's actually a clip of me playing early 2017. I just put up on Twitter the other day. But it wasn't like I wasn't doing content or whatever. I was very early. I was like alpha days for Tarkov. Thanks for the answer, brother. Keep up the amazing work. Saboteur, thank you very much for the 5 and the kind words. Appreciate you. I don't think that popped up yet. I think it's going to pop up in a second, so we'll let the text speech get that. Nolan's a super spreader. I am. For the Tarkov hype, I am. Thanks for all you do, man. Pretty sure.
Use like microwave.
Thanks for the answer, brother. Keep up the amazing work.
Again, Saboteur, thank you very much for the kind words and the 5. Last question here, guys, because we're over time. This isn't a question, though, so I'll do one more after this. Thanks for all you do, man. Pretty sure I've seen every one of your videos within an hour of them going up. Strong work. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, Trey, for the support and the kind words. I appreciate you. Do you think they will announce the date of the patch in trailer? No, I really do not think they will. And then last thing here, because I just noticed. Also, guys, it's at Nice Guy Tarkov. I'll be live again tomorrow at 9 a.m. So if you guys want to ask questions tomorrow, at Nice Guy Tarkov, and it's going to pop up orange, so I'll be able to see it much better. Maybe the UN comes in because of the drug abuse. Maybe. We'll see. Again, guys, I'll cap things off with this. Again, we'll be live again tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I like to keep these to about an hour. So if you guys want to chat, I'll be there. I'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place. And again, to cap things off, the significance of the numbers on the Obdolbos and all of that is I just don't see it escalating that quickly over the next 2 days to have it make sense lore-wise to be the wipe. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I just don't think it is, honestly. Now with this Adobos just today, I don't think it is. We'll see what happens with the update. We'll see what happens with the trailer. There's going to be a patch 12.12 trailer today at 3 p.m. I'm going to watch it. I'll link it again here. I think I still have the link active. Yeah, that's it. All right, so here, I'll link it a bunch of times. Also, if you guys know Jesse Kazam, Veritas, and OnePeg, I'm going to be on the Pogcast, which is ran by Jesse Kazam and Veritas today at 6 p.m. So very busy day. I have to find a way to get some food here at some point. So that's at 6 p.m. today. Also, that trailer is going to be up at 3 p.m. I'm going to have a video going up after that trailer where I break down anything new that we might have seen in it or just talk about the trailer in general. And again, I don't think this is the significance of this Obdolbos numbers and stuff like that can compare to like the economy breaking down or like the UN or the Russian regulars stepping in, the Russian army stepping in, stuff like that. Actually, for a fact, I know we're definitely going to be talking about that with the podcast. So if you guys want to hear me talk about that more, check out the podcast tonight, 6 p.m. I know that Jesse and Veritas are going to be streaming it over on Twitch, so go check that out, and I'm sure they'll post it some other time next week. Other than that, guys, again, video later today for that trailer. Thank you very much for hanging out, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.